This is Nigel Farage talking about how bad Rupert Lowe is. Here we go.
You know, people think, oh, Farage has done it. We'll just set a party up. It'll be marvellous. We'll sweep the next election. It just isn't as easy as that. Now, does he have a profile on X? Yes, he does. Is Elon going to support him? Probably. But you see, you know, when he stood up and said that we've got to consider the mass deportation of entire communities, including those born in the United Kingdom, that just moves way beyond a point of reasonableness, of decency, of morality. And that was the moment at which, you know, I realized we just had to get rid of him and get rid of him as quickly as we could.
That's right. They don't want anybody else. They only want controlled opposition. That's I'm actually really glad to see him say this, because this really goes to reaffirm something that I've said for a long time, is that a lot of these people, like, especially like a lot of these like establishment kind of like, you know, pretend conservatives, what they're doing is they are just simply participating in the same managed decline that you're trying to vote against. They're like, it's like, okay, well, you can vote for this other party, so whenever it happens, you know, they'll complain about it, and you can feel good about them complaining about it. But they're never actually going to solve the problem themselves. Raj is a disgrace, yeah.
I don't think in terms of the way we dealt with that, we were probably more brutal than the other parties. But you know what? That's the way it's going to be. Thank you.
Yeah, well, they can say the same thing, but now you're complaining about it. And then also, like, and this is the other issue, too, is listen to this again.
That just moves way beyond a point of reasonableness, of decency, of morality.
And there's no real explanation for why that's the case. There's no explanation for why that's bad or what the reason for it is at all. It's just somebody that's going out there saying this to shut down conversation. They want popularity without doing the work. Well, the main thing that they want, and this is what I think it is that they want to be liked by the people that are, you know, in my opinion, just trying to openly make everything worse. That's what the main issue. Oh, here it is.
Nigel Farage has just admitted that the reason he threw Rupert Lowe out of Reform and reported him to the police was because he supports mass deportations. It was nothing to do with bullying or death threats to Zia Youssef.
That's right.
Farage alleges that we want to deport...
And by the way, mass deportations are, like, that's what has to happen. I think we need to do this in the United States. Like, all of the Western countries, I think, need to do mass deportations. Because there has been a contagion that's happened where a lot of people have been basically brainwashed into thinking that the only way that they can effectively, like, make the country better or, you know, wash away whatever original sin that they think that they have because of some sins of, you know, some person that's dead, like Hitler did this bad thing, and so now we have to let all of the foreigners into the country. Every single country should be doing this, whether it's Britain, whether it's Germany, whether it's America, whether it's Canada, or whether it's Australia. There is a very clear problem here, and it is reinforced in every instance of it existing.
For entire communities. And he's absolutely right. A Restore Britain government would deport every last foreign rape gang collaborator.
That's right.
Wives, brothers, sisters, cousins.
Children.
Who knew about the rapes but chose to do
Absolutely.
nothing. Following our inquiry, it could not be more...
Yeah, that's the right option, by the way. Like, why would you not want to get rid of the people that let the rape gangs happen? Like, yeah, you just get rid of all of them. It's simple. Like, what do you mean? Like, duh, of course.
More clear that this is the right thing to do. These crimes are an open secret in these communities. And if Farage is not prepared to grapple with this reality, that's on him. But trying to ruin Rupert Lowe's life because he is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
And if you're a member of Reform, ask yourself whether you want this man, who is now flanked by the likes of Robert Jenrick and Nadeem Zahawi, running your country. And if you don't, join us at Restore Britain.
I think that Nigel Farage did a great job 10 years ago helping push Brexit, and I think that he was a great... Like, this is another thing, is that people like Nigel Farage have their place in things, and I think very early on, he did play a good role in, you know, kind of changing the political spectrum, but now that political spectrum has evolved beyond his own views, and I think that he should step aside and let these new people take the reins instead, because obviously I think, you know, he was the man of the hour at that time, but, you know, before that... Oh, this is what happened. Wait, what's this here? Oh, I never seen this. Here's the footage of the armed police raiding my home late on a Friday night thanks to Zia Yusuf's lies. Now Faraj's choice to be Home Secretary, all supported by reform leadership, supported by Faraj. On the 14th of March at 21:30, armed police arrived in my home unannounced, 3 vehicles with 4 armed officers. I'm a farmer. I own guns, entirely legally and properly. The previous day, I had arranged with the police to voluntarily give up my guns because of Yusuf's lies. I was not impressed to have had armed police suddenly show up at my doorstep late at night. The officers stayed until almost midnight, and they confiscated my guns and left. It took so much time that I have a large collection, so a wheelbarrow was required. Of course, everything was dropped and I got my guns back. Yusuf's lies put my family through an ordeal, supported every way by Reform's leadership. Today, we find out that it all happened because Faraj didn't like my comment on mass deporting foreign rapists. The day he announces Yusuf as his potential Home Secretary to lead the police. If he did it to me, he'll do it to you. Oh my God. Why is the UK so obsessed with rapists? Because the rapists have a different skin color and religion, so the people in the UK are afraid of telling them no. That's the reason why. And this is all the people showing up. Yeah, it's actually that simple. Oh boy. And they're sending all these people up. I mean, this is obviously just to fucking intimidate the guy. And this is what's crazy, is that they have all this energy to intimidate somebody that wants to push for mass deportations, but they don't have any of this energy to go after the people that are the reason why people want the mass deportations. Isn't that interesting? That's a deeply dangerous oversimplification. It's actually not an oversimplification. I actually think it is that simple. And the reason why I think that, here's the main reason why I think that. It's because most people don't think in complexities. So if you can't explain something in like 1 or 2 sentences, the odds are that's not what's going on in people's minds. Just on a very basic level. Most people don't think in complex, multifaceted layers of, you know, like complex motivations. They think very clearly cause and effect. This happened, I respond. That happened, I respond. So if you're trying to exist beyond that spectrum, you are probably not understanding what a normal person is thinking. Like, that's just the way it is. And this is more of these people showing up. Oh my God. Well, there it is. I'll see if there's any more of these that are worth looking at. But, yeah, holy shit. We had to get rid of them. Yep, that's exactly it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Give me 1 second. And where the fuck did it go? Okay, and this is literally oppressing your people. What's wrong with Western politics? Well, the reason why they do it, it's actually very, very simple. It's extremely simple. And an ex-Englishman know who their leader is. What's this?
Do you support deporting all of those people?
It's impossible to do. Literally impossible to do.
But is it your... Do you support deporting all of those people?
It's impossible to do.
No, it's why? Why is it impossible to do?
Literally impossible.
What?
But is it your ambition?
No.
If that means millions go, then millions go. This is Britain, and we will do things our way.
Yeah, you just get the military and get rid of them. Round them all up, figure out where they live, and go get them. Like, what are we talking about? This is crazy. I don't even know how this is hard at all. Oh my God. I don't get how people can't see something like this and realize that it's so obviously fucking bad, right? And that's the English choice. How is it impossible? It's easy. You just get it. Yeah, you just go get them. Like, this is insane. I'll see if there's any more of these that are worth looking at, but I feel like that's pretty much the main one. Oh.
Moving on to Rhiannon from the Press Association.
Hi, Rhiannon from the Press Association. Your former colleague and friend Rupert Lowe has just launched Restore Britain. Are you feeling threatened at all by Restore Britain? And particularly now he's had the backing of Elon Musk, and it could split your vote.
I don't know about former friend. He sued me in 2019.
I can see why.
As he sues everybody.
Uh-huh.
And if you look at the history of Southampton Football Club, and then look at the history of WH Ireland, which he chaired in the city, of London, you will see he was removed from both of those roles after lawsuits galore and 2 very dramatic EGMs.
Oh,
so
wow.
Friend would be stretching it just a little bit. There are, last time we counted, 11 parties that claim to be on the right or centre-right of British politics, from the Heritage Party to goodness knows who else. There is only one proper brand of centre-right politics in this country. It's called Reform. And as I'd mentioned earlier, you know, people think, oh, Farage has done it. We'll just set a party up. It'll be marvellous. We'll sweep the next election. It just isn't as easy as that. Now, does he have a profile on X? Yes, he does. You think I'm going to support him?
We saw.
Rid of him and get rid of the and that was the moment at which, you know, I realised we just had to get rid of him and get rid of him as quickly as we could. And I think in terms of the way we dealt with that, we were probably more brutal than the other parties. But you know what? That's the way it's going to be. Thank you.
Man, that's really crazy, huh?
If Farage lied, he actually lied there. He lied once, and then he admitted that he had lied in the past in the statements he just made. He said that Rupert Lowe was advocating for the deportation of entire communities. Rupert Lowe has only ever...
This audio's fucked up. I don't want to listen to it. Farage's 180 is points he originally went with. I think what happened really is that, you know, he just became basically less extreme, and like what he advocated for is already pretty over. Like you know, like Britain is already separated from the EU, and like his job that he was trying to do is finished. And so just retire and let somebody else go do that instead. I don't know if there's anything else more to this to look at, but yeah, very obviously, he said it was when I started talking about mass deportations, the moment he realized he had to get rid of me. What did I say that Farage actually felt he had to get rid of me over? Following position. Yeah, there it is. I mean, I say that if foreign communities with nationals knew their husbands, cousins, and brothers were industrially raping vulnerable white girls and did nothing, then yes, they should all be deported. Duh. Like, it's just so obvious by this. It is. Look at this here. Dual nationals involved in the rape, then yes, they go too. We must revoke their citizenship and remove them from the country. As with we've seen in our inquiry, this was happening all over towns. Thousands of foreigners knew about the rapes and thousands were involved. We need to do the same thing here with the Somalian scammers. And we need to do it with the other scammers from the other countries too, because it's happening over here. All of these people are inside of these insular communities and they're working together. And they're doing this collectively. Do you really think that these happen all in like some weird fucking bubble? Absolutely not. They're working together. They're communicating with each other. Like, for example, why is it that the Quality Learning Center had all of these people bringing their kids in just 2 or 3 days after Nick Shirley did that video? Well, it's because they want to show people that they're not doing anything wrong. That's the reason why. Absolutely. Yes, I would deport them all. I would actually give the death penalty to many too to be... Oh! Oh, man. Oh, I love to hear it. There it is. Holy fucking shit. Wow. I'd just fucking kill him. This is vile, vile evil. Please listen to me when I say this. Do not underestimate the extent of that evil. And it goes on and on. Absolutely. So if a Pakistani woman knew their foreign husband was gang raping a 12-year-old in the basement and she didn't tell the police, then yes, she is complicit and she should be sent back to Pakistan. The husband might not be so lucky. Man, that is insane. I love this. Is this your exemplary candidate? Yeah, I mean, we need to get somebody like this in the United States. We do. Like, this is the type of language. It's like, okay, we've got a problem. Kill him. Problem solved. Done. It's actually that easy. And I guarantee you that you can solve the problem. Look at El Salvador. You just shoot him. Problem solved. And so Trump's not as good as this guy? I don't think so either. I mean, Trump, again, I think Trump is the same thing as Nigel Farage is that he is a very good harbinger of a person like this, but he's not actually that person. Trump is a great transition, and he's good to kind of break the ice, the same as Nigel Farage was. But in order to enact real meaningful change, you're going to need somebody that's even more extreme than that. That's the way I look at it. And apparently Discord has ties to Palantir. Of course they do. And I know a personal story from those 12-year-olds, dozens of them. I'm beyond furious what these women have been through, and anyone who knew about it must feel the full force of the law. I make no apologies for that whatsoever. Farage wants these savage animals to roam free around the British streets. That's fine. That's his choice. If he disagreed, he should have said so behind closed doors rather than the reform leadership reporting me to the police, getting armed police to raid my home, and trying unsuccessfully to put me in prison. My position remains consistent and clear. I want to round up these foreign rapists and their accomplices, and I want to remove them all from the country. Restore Britain will do exactly that, I promise you. If you agree, vote for us. Man. Reform had 8 defectors to restore Britain today? Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to continue happening. Like, people are obviously going to go back and they're going to roach out on them because nobody wants to deal with it, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious, doesn't it?